All right. So we're going live. This is Pristine Production here. And we're going to be touching down movie scoring, right? So producing for film. So let me know if you guys are out there. Remember to be sure to tune in on Producers Village. Send your stems to my email so I can go live with your session and show you how you can fix certain problems or challenges. And remember, you can also win a subscribers mix and master contest once we hit 300 subscribers. Send in your best mix song. So without further ado, we're gonna be jumping some cinematic stuff, man. We have Amunet here. Filmatic scoring. So shout me out, guys, if you're watching. If you're out there, I hope look me up. Let me jump straight into it. So here is Studio One 4.6, and what you're hearing is my original score. It's my second score I did, featuring that was based off one of my favorite movies, The Mummy, which is which you have Amunet in The Mummy. You know, she came back from from the dead. You know, and you guys saw the movie, and there she is, just sucked the life out of somebody, and they're having some blood on her face, and she's ready to kick ass, you know. So let's get into cinematic scoring, right? So I spent like I would say about 2 or 3 hours on this composition here. Normally it wouldn't take me so long, maybe like 1 hour or two. And the reason why is when it comes to scoring for film, you want to get into some cinematic percussion arrangement. You have to have an idea. Think about writing a song. You might see something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I probably got about almost 20 tracks here. And it's because I keep adding stuff until I feel like it's a full cinematic stuff. Because the first thing I started off with was this sound right here. That's what I started off with. And if you research YouTube, writing cinematic music, if you're a musician, is not hard. It's just like you're making a trap beat. You want a nice melody. You want to make sure you have a nice sound for what you're going for. Maybe going for a dark trap or maybe a happy trap or something. It's the same with cinematic movies. So um, because I wanted to do something inspired from The Mummy, Princess Amunet, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, it's a major plus um, if you're a musician that you actually know how to play the piano and stuff. You don't have to be a real advanced one, but basic melodies. This is what these big cinematic stuff are made of. Basic piano melodies, and that's what's going to get you going. For this melody production here, I wanted something to sound like out of Egypt. So I'm hitting up in the G minor and I'm playing around in most of the G minor chords. Just one minor chord. This entire cinematic production here is in one G minor chord. So I started off with this sound here. Dum 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 bum bum bum. That's what I'm doing through the whole entire score here. That was my idea. I wanted to create a vibe, I wanted it to sound like Aminep is coming up to kick your butt. And I got the sound from Gravity, Heaviosity. You might say, Ray, man, what you using, man? Um, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, guys. I've looked up, it's just a couple days now, I'm getting into this cinematic stuff. I'm a big fan of cinematic music. I think and a cinematic really finishes off a movie, man. Lord of the Rings, The Matrix, the Harry Potter. You watch all these stuff, and here is, if I can unmute it here. I'm using the Project Sam Orchestral Essentials 2. So I'm playing something like this. Made a little mistake there. But you know what the Egypt sounds like. So I'm playing around with the G minor chord there, with a little bit of G sharp key, going with the B up to the C and all the way up to the D sharp, and just circling that back. So I wanted that sound, like it's coming from Egypt, So that's what I wanted to do with the melody that I was playing. So I play the melody first, right? And then you want the sound to come in. But before I got to the flute, I wanted something kind of creepy and soundscaping, because something that is rising, So, that's a beautiful thing. When you think about writing music and score, you want to create a vibe and emotion. So that's where I got this sound from here. I'm gonna play it. Almost sounds like it's the desert sands or something. So yeah, shout out to all who's tuning in. I have one person watching, and that's cool. One is enough for me. So somebody is gonna watch this thing later. Yeah. So here is the sound here. This desert weird soundscape sound. And if you want to get these kinds of sound, you want to make sure um, look up Project Sam's Symphobia 1 and 2, and you can use something like Heaviosity for the drums. There are a lot of orchestral programs out there. There's Spitfire. There is, I know they released a new one, Metropolis Arc, which is pretty big library. Project Sam loads pretty quick, and it's about 20 gigs in library. The first one is about 9 gigs. Orchestral 2 is about 8, 9 gigs. So, and you're getting a lot of sounds with it. I'm currently going to be looking into Majestica as well from, I believe it's Audio. It's 8 Duo. 8 Duo Majestica. But Project Sam, you can basically do the same thing. So here's Orchestral tool here. I have my Symphobia here, and there's Symphobia down there. And let's see, where is the soundscape? I gotta reorganize this stuff, man. There is the Gravity. Yeah, so I have the flute here, right? The Egyptian flute. So I'm gonna play the first melody instrument, which is gonna be driving the entire orchestral music. You want to start off with that first, so it keeps on building up. So check this out, and I'm gonna add the gravity with it. So check, this is what I got. This is 3 sounds now. Here it starts. Then it's gonna come in with this big soundscape sound. Then I'm gonna bring in the Egyptian flute. And do a little bit of EQ here. Then I stop there. I say I want something else to come in like deep, you know. So this is where the creativity comes, and this is where it takes a little time. You know, for me it'll take about 2 hours. You know, because I already have an idea in my head, but it may take a little longer for you. So your creativity is the key. So I'm using some toms here. I'm gonna bring the toms in. Here's the toms. So what this thing is actually playing is this right here. That's all that's playing. That. Want like a journey starting, right? So I can play that with what I have already. And as I go ahead and build these sounds, it starts to inspire me to add more. Like I want this thing to get rougher, you know? So I went ahead and brought in some bass instruments here, some bass cellos. Shout out to the viewers. This is the time for you guys to learn something from the pros, right? That bass string alone, man, is really killing it. Let me play it by itself so you can hear it. Here it is. So I'm playing something similar to what I did in the first melody. And this is what make orchestral sounds great, the different parts. It's already sounding great. So now I wanted to go a step further. I want to create more vibe, you know, make it more modernized. So I added some more elements here. Let's see what I got. Let's play it. This is the high viola strings. This is complementing the bass. So check it out. I'm going to play along with the bass here. Remember that this entire composition is in the key of G minor. So even the most advanced stuff you might hear, but sometimes it's still basic notation, maybe sevenths or triads, you know, or blues. But it's because it's a lot of strings and parts. You might think, man, that's complicated. You just have to listen to the bass note. So I added a kick drum here to get things spicy here. So let's bring in a kick drum here. Have a little bit SSL channel going on. Let's soften that up a little bit. wanted to bring in some toms here, so let's bring that in as well. So it's really starts to take off. Here is something I use from Air. I wanted some organic sound. Here we go. It's right here. I'm gonna play that along with what I already have. Also, I'm using a riser effect. All this is from Symphobia. That's to bring in more tension in the beginning of the song. So if I play it here, and here is the organic sound. And there you have that riser coming in, sneaking in every now and down, creating tension, right? Then we have the claps. So I let that play for a couple bars here. Then I bring in an even bigger sound from Symphobia. I believe this is brass and horns. That's what I brought in there to create some climax, some more tension in the vibe here. So this part is why I have a breakdown, right? This is what I created. And I brought in another sound here. I'm going to play this sound by itself. Kind of a little creepy, but it adds that moment there when I have the breakdown. And then on top of that, I'm using some more weird sounds. I'm going to play it. Let's play it again. Some more slam here, along with another sound from Evolved Mutation in Native Instruments here. The sound right here. Not that one there. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, it's over this side. Okay, so it comes in over here. Right here. Now this is while this stuff is playing. And it sounds great by itself. I didn't have to add any EQ or anything. And just so I don't take long on this stream, I did one little break here with this little riser here. And then I brought in an extra percussion loop from Evolved Mutations. So this is complementing the distorted loop that I did first. And what else did I do? I have another breakdown here, right over here. This is Mystica, Native Instruments. It's a creepy software with 3 nuns. It's like the Nun, man. And it's great for creating epic stuff. So it's dark. You know, it has stuff like summoning spells and all kind of stuff, and then they will be talking in these different languages. So I picked the ones which the nuns are like singing. So when I have the breakdown, I'm gonna bring in back the strings here. And you're gonna hear the breakdown with the nun. Have some famous people in this composition here. The nun. Can't get no creepier than that. So here we go. Here I'll have the breakdown here and play the part. So just for that part there, the nun is doing their thing. And I also have this sound right here. Let me solo it here. I'm sure you all familiar with this. You might heard this in Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Chucky. So that's what I used to bring the breakdown to the nuns. And then I added a second string to create a little bit of quiet vibe to build it back up. Then the nuns come in for that part there. So let's play that part. And all this is adding to Aminet vibe. So, and then last not least, I added another distortion loop here. It's right here, like a Resident Evil apocalypse kind of thing. So I'm gonna play the entire thing from the beginning, and then we're gonna close off. So here we go. This is Amunet. The sexy Egyptian princess is back from the dead and she's kicking ass. So here we go. Here's the breakdown right there. And there you have it, guys. Amunet Resurrection. A tip also, if you're doing breakdown, whether it be in R&B, hip hop, trap, cinematic music, whatever sound you choose next, and that is a sound that is isolated, make sure you bring the volume up on it so it occupies the space. So that's what I want to show you guys on scoring for film. Remember, guys, to be a part of my producers village, where you can send me your stems if you're struggling with a mix. Maybe you're not getting the bass to sit right. You can send me the stems and I'll do a live stream on it with your permission, and I can show you and show everyone else how we can find the solutions, tips with these sessions. And also you can enter in my subscribers mix and master contest volume 2, which you can send me your best mix song, which include vocals. First prize winner when we hit 300 subscribers is going to get a Waves Complete 2019 Mix with Power, Blow Your Mind, and the MPC Contact library and the Contact 6 player. So they want to take advantage of that. And of course, design as usual, which is on fleek, was designed by me. Here is the sexy Amunet with her deadly soundtrack. So I'm gonna leave it there. My two viewers that are watching, if you don't have any questions, I want to thank you for being a part of the stream. And there'll be more to come. Feel free to check out my page on YouTube. I have also I did a score as well with Katniss from the Hunger Games. You can check that out. That's my first score. This one I took a little bit longer because I want this one to sound special. But I'm loving this cinematic stuff, man. So I'll catch you guys